Members of the military are at risk of losing their careers, their livelihood, for behavior that is often not even a crime in the civilian system. That's why you need to know the facts. You need to know your options, and you need the help of experts when facing military justice.
Welcome to Military Justice. I'm your host, Jim Buchanan. Our guest today is Jonathan Crisp, who is an attorney specializing in military law at Crisp & Associates. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thank you, Jim.
Let's start off with the definition. What exactly is a promotions review board?
It is a board that HRC, Human Resources Command, convenes when they've identified what we call derogatory information in an officer's file. So if HRC goes through this process and identifies any negative information that may have existed that was not necessarily caught earlier in the promotion process, they're going to notify the soldier and let them present information or rebuttal or a response to this and explain what happened.
What are some of the specific triggers for a PRB, and then what are the consequences?
Sure. One of the most obvious triggers is going to be a court-martial conviction where the officer was not dismissed from the service, and that certainly does happen. And then that's on one end of the spectrum. On the opposite end of the spectrum is something more subtle, like an IG investigation that may have involved minor misconduct, but yet the IG substantiated the actual allegation, and now you have a founded allegation in your file that is problematic.
Can a soldier have a promotion delayed, maybe even withdrawn?
Yes, they have. There are three options or three avenues that are going to result from the actual PRB process. One is you're going to retain your promotable status. Two is they're going to delay it pending the investigation. And then three, well, I guess four in essence, but the third would be you remove from the promotion list but not from the service. And then the fourth, worst case scenario, is simply going to be they're going to identify you and say, show cause why you should not be removed entirely from the service, not just from the promotion, your promotable status. So they'll make it, they'll put the onus back onto the soldier to say, why should you stay?
Well, if that happens, what can a defense attorney do to help a soldier retain their promotable status?
We are going to help them craft the response. So there are responses where you're going to be extremely aggressive in your response, in a categorical, emphatic denial of what happened and explain why it's wrong. And then there are times when you're going to blend that denial with a acceptance of responsibility for certain aspects of what may have occurred. Not every allegation is the same, and there are times when you may want to accept responsibility for an error in judgment early in your career, showing your growth and why this has not occurred again and why it will not occur again. So acceptance of responsibility, as every service member knows, is a core part of service in the military.
So what specifically has Crisp & Associates seen in the PRB realm?
We have seen general officers go through this process. We have seen senior field grade officers, lieutenant colonels, colonels, majors, and they've all ranged from allegations of rape that were never substantiated at a courts-martial to sexual harassment, inappropriate relationships with subordinates. Anything can trigger this process is really what we take away from this.
All right, Jonathan, thanks a lot. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching Military Justice. If you're interested in learning more about today's topic, go to mymilitarylawyers.com. Remember, you need to know the facts, you need to know your options, and you need the help of experts when facing military justice.